to her about any issue about morality.
True.
Morality, both of exposing her own body and self and selling herself. That never occurs to her that there's any moral repercussions of just showing yourself to people. So in that way, it's sad.
It's
sad.
No,
just
it
stick your chest out. I told you.
No,
that's all you got to do.
Seeing lips pronounced.
But okay.
Well, that's not bad.
That's true.
That's not bad.
That's true.
We talked about that.
Okay, this is my better song.
This is ass pronounced.
Well, let me say. Well, let me quote something that is true to give a little bit of background on what has happened. This is what we knew before the scandal broke, and which is documented. So it lets you know that it was already out there. So I'm pretty sure her father had to say something's up. Court records show that Montana FISHBURNE, who's making her debut film or adult film, which has already been debuted because we're after the date. This month with Vivid Entertainment's cleverly titled Montana FISHBURNE
was clever.
Was arrested.
Real clever.
Was arrested last year for allegedly being into prostitution and only avoided jail by signing up for a work alternative program. So here's the shock. That's not the shock. That the bottom line is, Daddy already had some idea of what was going on, right?
And Daddy has money while she prostituting herself.
That's true. That's true. And so the part that I'm trying to get to is, at this point right now, and I know I'm not a psychologist, so I can't say anything. The part I'm trying to get addressed to is that to like something is to experience in a different way. And I think everybody's being very protective of saying she's been exposed to an environment of some sort. For her to like it at such an early age.
Well, that's obvious. Let's put it like this. When young people act out sexually early, it's usually a sign of some type of inappropriate interaction with an adult or older person.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody might have coerced.
Yeah, when they're provocative like that, they usually have been abused.
Right.
And the other thing, remember,
I didn't want to say that though.
It's the only time men are nice
to
them, so they use sex as a tool. Even young children can learn, who are abused will learn to use sex as a tool.
Right. Right. No, I agree. So, and look, the bottom line is we can go over this forever and try to determine, but we just hope that there's somebody out there who can actually sit down with her, because if you look at the quotes and what she said, I mean, there's basically
a lot of therapists out
there. Whether they're good ones or not, that's
why you want to
left
say that?
to be said.
Right.
Well, I mean, I think wanting to prostitute myself, that'll get you to therapy.
Well, you know what? We're in a recession, so...
Oh, so you're saying that may be an...
No, I'm not talking about... No, this is totally opposite from the Montana issue, but I'm just saying, we're in a recession.
Right.
So, if I chose being on Skid Row or eating, what you think I'm going down?
Right.
But I'm gonna be like Heidi. I'm gonna be like Heidi, and I'm not gonna get busted. How about that?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I know. No, I got you. I understand. So, okay, let me do this then. All right. Rumors have been flying about Jamie Foxx as it relates to. Okay, don't.
Well, I knew you was gonna go there.
Well, he went and got some, or he just.
No. It's not there. What
she
happened?
Got her daddy's eyes, by the way.
The face. The
whole face.
She looks like her father.
All she need to do is grow a beard and a mustache.
Looks like her father.
Right. I mean, if you
look at you could just be screwing Larry.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Well, I'm just saying for some of y'all,
that's rough. Okay, hey, look, check it out. This is what has happened on the Foxhole program. Jamie was having fun, or I guess you can say, about the story, and unfortunately, he did a quote where he says, "Oh, what would happen if your daughter came up to you and said the same thing?" He said, "I would exterminate her." But in a laughing way, he was doing it in a parody form. Although he refused to make jokes or make light of Florence Fishburne's situation, nobody else on the broadcast showed the same restraint. So guess what?
They may not have kids. That's why only people don't have restraint don't have children.
True. Mark, good point. Good point. In other words, they're not sensitive to it, right?
That's right. Everybody, which one of your kids headed for the pole?
Right.
What?
And some people know. Some people know.
Oh, okay.
They know which one of their kids is
You'll
headed for
be
the pole.
WTF. Okay.
All right.
WTF.
All right.
That'd be winter turkey free. Wonder turkey.
Okay. All right.
Well, however you want to put it.
True.
Before your hands wrap around that neck.
All right. Well, then let me say this. Of course, there was a Twitter that allegedly went out when the joke was said, or in response to Jamie, that basically Montana was blasting him, saying that he's gay. And then the retraction came back that she said she never sent out to Twitter. So we really don't know if that's true or not.
So obviously daddy and child was, like we said, have some kind of a communications problem.
Wasn't there a comment said that, and if they asked who said it, tell them Montana said?
Like I said,
was there a little sentence there?
Let me guess. Let me guess.
Right.
By the way, through a woman, daughter of a woman he hasn't been with for 20 years.
Yeah, see, it's going to be one of those things where you have to verify.
Like I said, I can guess these. So and I'm sure her mother, if you were to go look, her mother has some really interesting problems and maybe a psych admission or two.
You know what? Here's the part that here's the part that I didn't hear through all of this, that nobody actually
asked about where her mother is.
Right, nobody asked about
I tell you, I can predict some things. Usually, like I said, at this age, with that kind of attitude for that long, father and daughter have been estranged for quite some time. Usually it starts in the early teen years.
It was attention.
Yeah, it started at 13 probably, hit the fan.
Okay.
Between 13 and 14.
Okay.
So that's usually when it hits the fan.
Right. And so we see that Mario hit another point that I was addressing.
You can see this episode on The Young and the Restless, for real.
You can see it damn happen. Okay, even in a good family with good dynamics, you're going to have problems
on a horse, but
at that age.
Right.
Right. Related to independence, verbalization of, opinions and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Okay. So, and here's the other things that basically, to me, says a lot. These are all quotes that she had mentioned. She said, "I've always wanted to do porn. I'm glad the video will hit the shelves Tuesday." She was looking forward to it. "I know people are concerned, but I want to do it. I want my whole family to be proud of anything I do." Stop right there. Now, as a parent, could you be proud of your daughter or son doing porn?
Showing her kitty cat everywhere? No.
Dude, I'm just telling you, to me, I view all that as hostile gestures.
Really?
Totally. It's not even a surprise to me. It's totally a hostile gesture at her father. It's all a provocative, and actually, to me, it's kind of cliche. It's a provocative attempt to provoke her father, which is what a lot of teenage girls do. They just do it sometimes just with their boyfriends.
Right.
They don't necessarily make porn.
Right.
But they will act out in a way to, challenge their parents. Don't be a single parent with a daughter at 16 and try to explain to her why she's not supposed to be hanging out.
Right.
Okay? Because you're going to say, well, don't you hang out?
Okay. It might get worse.
No. Mario hit something.
That's when they start. That's the kind of stuff you have to start hearing. Well, that's what you do.
Well, see,
exactly.
Well, see, here's the part I didn't want to put out there because I
what
thought
I say and not what I do.
I thought
that's always worked.
Right, and I do believe. So, Mario, you saying that there may be a little bit of rebellious behavior?
Oh,
in there?
I think it's textbook. I think she is doing all this in a provocative way. I think she, like the Octomom, are showing obvious psychiatric problems, psychological problems, and she's doing it to specifically harass her father, who no doubt she has a lot of hostility for and a sense of abandonment. All of her issues with men are involved with her being manipulative,
right,
and sexually forward, and that's why she does porn, because that is the time in which she's able to get men to behave in some of the ways she wants.
She's in control.
Right. Now, Stephanie, from a woman's point of view,
yes,
how would a woman handle her daughter? What would be the first thing that she thinks that a male has been involved in your life in some kind of way and led you that way? How would an average female, and I mean, look, you don't know. You just can only go by your own opinion. But how do you think that they would look at the process of elimination? How did you get to this point? What would a woman do? See, I heard Mario. Mario had, he had the clinical evaluation, the obvious evaluation. But women, if their daughter came home and said, "I'm in porn," who do you think would be responsible? Who do you think they would blame?
The mother. They would blame the mother, seriously. Why the hell are y'all laughing, David?
No, I'm not laughing.
No, because I gave a clinic. I didn't give the answer that the father would give.
Right.
The father
blame the mother.
There is an expletive in the first 5 words, no matter whether it's a male or female responding.
Right.
Parent. Somewhere in the first 5 words, there's an expletive.
I'm telling you,
the hell,
if the mother is single.
Something's about to be said. You talk about Alec Baldwin cussing.
Right.
Okay. God dang. He was off the chain.
I don't care if you never say the F word. This is the time. This is the F word. This is the time where even Quakers start cussing.
Okay.
You're making a porno. Right. Even the priest just unloosens up his stuff.
Okay.
It's like,
all right. Okay.
Lord help me.
Okay. Now, the part that became obvious to me is that she said on the day that she turned 18, she moved out. So really, that tells me a lot.
Moved
out of what?
Out of the house.
Circumventing her freedom.
So she was in a house.
She was with her
father.
She
did a Janet.
And
Control.
she, on the day of her birthday, moved out
Janet.
at the age of 18. Right on the day. So that tells you a lot right there.
Well, it tells you a lot because you don't have to wait till you're 18.
Right. True.
You
That's true.
can divorce your parents.
Ain't
Right.
nothing
12.
magic about the birthday.
All right.
You can move a whole lot sooner. People get emancipated 16, 17. You don't have to
Yeah.
wait till 18.
Okay.
Just run away and be in the streets long enough. You'll be emancipated.
There you go. Okay. Now, we got 2 questions here on the back end of this topic, and we're done. And it really is to relate what she's involved in away from the psychosis. And here's the question. I know
I
it's got-
diagnosed it already.
No,
Okay.
oh, that's cool. Wait a minute.
No, you gave me the
Personality
diagnosis.
disorder.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
She's got a personality.
Yeah, she
disorder.
does.
We all have a personality disorder.
Okay.
Some more than others.
Sybil, next.
Okay, watch this. All right, here, watch this and pay attention. This is different than porn. What's the difference between What's the difference between sleeping with media stars versus industry professionals to gain fame?
One you getting paid for, another you're not.
Media
Hello.
stars.
And
So the people on the front end as opposed to the people on the back
there
end.
you go, Mari. He hit it. He know.
The people on the back end
Yeah,
have more
that's a-
power.
That's
Right.
a Korean.
So if you really want to get ahead, sleep with the director, producer, not the star.
Wow, wow.
The
Okay,
star,
a lot of
all right.
stars
the
do
star
that.
can't really get you a whole lot.
Right.
But the producer and director can get you a whole hell lot.
Okay, okay.
Okay, but the star of the show, that just depends.
Stephanie?
Nothing.
Stephanie?
You get calluses on your knees. What's up?
That how you had them? You've done well.
Is there an
Your
advantage?
forehead healed too.
Is there an advantage sleeping with media stars if they're at a certain level? See, but you know the power
You get to
brokers.
go to a lot of parties.
I don't know. I've never slept with one.
Wonderful parties.
You know what? You
We
guys
tried to
that's
find
wrong.
you one.
You know what?
They just want that professional, huh?
You know what?
We got
Okay.
you some of the B-list brothers. The
Oh,
D-list
my
Well, see,
God.
okay. Now here's
What?
this is where I was leading to.
Shut up.
Let me
You
just
know.
say this, and I'm not throwing her under the bus. I just want to use this because she's just not doing what they call.
You ran her over with the bus.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. She's not doing professional porn, but I'm trying to look at the difference. All right, we understand psychosis.
Amateur porn, huh?
You wrong, man. Come on,
You
check
get
it
that
out.
on HBO. Oh no,
What's
no.
What's the difference? Okay, between a Paris Hilton and a Kim Kardashian sleeping with celebrities, although it's not professional videos, but they're released regularly with no problem, and that she's sleeping around and not receiving cash.
Broke black girl,
Yeah.
Versus
rich ass white and Persian girl.
Yeah.
is
Big
that the
difference.
difference?
Big difference to me.
Okay.
One piece Punjabi.
I tell you what, you eat at different restaurants.
Okay.
And you riding around in a different car.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
for sure.
Your
So-
clique is different.
That's right. You
All
got
right.
the and I tell you what, your access to
And,
the medical care, it'll be more immediate with one of the groups.
And Paris and Kim were already in the limelight. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Montana.
Well, let me just say this. Let me add
But they
to
got there the same way.
Right, that's even.
Well,
there you go.
no.
How did their fame come about?
Paris was already rich, so that
She did a,
that
she
just
did a
No.
sex
she just
tape.
became.
Yeah,
I
right.
know.
What was the name of the guy she did the sex tape with?
Who the hell
I
knows?
saw
It looked
but
boring.
It was so boring. It was,
It
I
was
was like, move!
That
Move!
looked like sloppy, boring
Damn,
sex. That
but
looked like rich
She didn't
sex.
want to mess up her hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had sex
She
like,
didn't want her extensions to come out.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well.
oh.
Okay,
Looked
yeah.
like boring, rich sex.
Boy, you didn't have to, you could have sat a
No
glass
spanking of the
on the
ass.
bed.
No nothing.
Nothing was moving. There was
Okay.
nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. So good point.
She was like she was trying not to
Two
sweat.
boards rubbing, two sandboards running together.
Man, now I saw Kim. Now she did Ray J.
Yes, she did.
Ain't nobody can beat Tommy Lee and Pam.
Ah,
Tommy! Yes! That proves white men have it too.
Okay.
Tommy said, I can prove white men got it.
Okay.
They can jump too.
shit.
Let Tommy pull out his shit. All the other brothers say, well, damn. You black?
So
Where you from?
He adopted.
Well, the Moors was there, brother. The Moors was there.
So okay. Let me. Now watch this. Watch where I'm going with this. Just a little bit.
We'll go.
You know what? Don't be
It's
ushering
go
me.
because
No. Don't you look at that clock. I'm watching
Yeah,
the
stick
clock.
the breasts.